Hi you guys, it is Gabrielle Victoria from risinghighpriestess.com and at Rising High Priestess over on Instagram. Coming at you today with another tarot reading to deliver the messages that Spirit put on my heart, put in my spirit for you. Alright, before we get started, make sure you smash that subscribe button, like, comment, and most importantly, turn your notifications on. They like to forget to tell people to check me out. All right, so let's get started. I will be pulling 4 general cards today. The focus for today's reading is centered around what Spirit wants to tell you about your love life today. What's going on with it, or what do you need to know? There will be 4 cards to choose from. So before we get started, I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Release your shoulders. Unclench your jaws. I want you to picture 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which number called you? Which number pulls you toward it? Whatever number that is, whatever number you see that is pulling that gravity and making you guys become one, that is your number for today. That is the reading that is meant for you. So I am shuffling the cards right now. As usual, I'm working with my circular deck. So it takes me a little while to get the cards how I want them. All right, there we go. And I am beginning to pull them out in card 3 and card 4. Okay. The cards are a bit interesting today, if I may say so myself. So let's begin with card number 1. The Priestess. There we go. The Priestess card comes up to speak about your own inner wisdom. This is something that you're turning off in your own relationships. You're able to give everyone else advice. You're able to give everyone else wisdom. But when it comes to your own relationships and your own personal connections with people, you turn off your inner wisdom. And Spirit is saying that's not the wisest thing to do. We understand that it's difficult, you know, to not just trust your own wisdom, but to discern between intuition and fear. But we all know that intuition is not fear-based. Intuition is something that is not overthought. You don't have racing thoughts with intuition. Intuition is something you just know because you feel it. You know it just as sure as you have hands and feet and eyes and ears to hear this reading. Stop turning off your inner wisdom for the benefit of others. Stop dumbing down your spiritual insight and your spiritual intellect. This is a gift that was given to you. And every time you turn it down, you're kind of smacking Spirit in the face and saying, hey, you know what? I don't want this. I understand it's a good way to protect myself, but I don't want it. Learn to trust the voice that you give to other people. Learn to trust the voice that so many other people trust. And that's your own intuitive voice. Okay? Card number 2 that comes up is the reversed 8 of Cups. Not 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups. The reverse Ace of Cups. See if I can get in focus. There we go. The reverse 8 of Cups. It speaks of not being fulfilled. You're not fulfilled in your relationship. And the thing is with relationships is that, you know, yes, it's a give and take, and you have moments where there is some emptiness or there's a void that's there. It's natural. You know, you grow, you become different people over so many years, and you change and you evolve and you fall in love again. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something that's fundamental, a piece of your foundation is just not there in your relationship, and you're trying everything. You're throwing the whole kitchen sink trying to fix it. You're overcompensating, you're compromising, you're putting up with things that you know you shouldn't. And the reason why you're doing all that is because you're trying to fill a void. The void can never be filled because it's just not there. You know, it's trying to make pancake mix with nothing but seafood and baking soda. You know, you just don't have the ingredients, you know? You just don't have it. And it's no one's fault. It's just not there. And so this card brings to the forefront your ability to be honest with yourself. Your ability to be honest about your relationship and where it's going and what's lacking. And not just what's lacking, but just what isn't there. And having that conversation from a space of love rather than accusatory energy. Rather than, well, what can I do to make it? You can't make anything. Things need to just be and just happen naturally. The minute we try to force our will onto things is when they get a little murky and a little bit ugly, you know? So let's go to card 3. The card that came up for this one is the reverse 3 of Rings. And this card is speaking about lack of communication in your relationship. It's not even so much a lack of communication, but it's comprehension of what is being said that is just not there. You guys are having all the conversations. You guys are both present, but you guys are speaking 2 different tongues right now. And so although you're hearing one another, you're unable to digest what the other person needs. And so it creates a frustration that's there. And so in your next conversation, I challenge you to sit down with your mate and say, hey, what did you hear me say? In the midst of explaining, before you send that paragraph, okay, going off on a tangent, on a rant, slow yourself down and ask them, what did you hear me say? You'll be surprised because they're going to say something back to you that you never said, but this is what they heard. And this is where the comprehension is broken down between you two. It's not saying that the relationship is not going to work, but it takes a lot of emotional labor. So there may be some counseling that's needed. There may need to be some couples therapy ongoing. It's not going to be fixed with a few little getaways and some good sex and orgasms and some Netflix and chills. No, this is a relationship that requires adult work. Adult work is when it's not so fun all the time. But it's worthy. It's worthy and it's worth it. Worth it. I said work it. But it's worth it. And so this card is encouraging you to stay in the relationship. But the problem lies in your communication and your comprehension. You guys are an amazing team, but you just don't understand each other anymore. You guys are hearing 2 totally different things. So therefore, it creates a feeling of, hey, I'm not being heard. I'm not being listened to. And you don't care about me. It's not that. It's not intentional. It's just a breakdown. And it's time to work through that breakdown like 2 adults who love each other. The last card for those who pick card number 4 or number 4 is the, not reverse, but Spirit of Rings. And this card is, let's like that. Let me pull it up. There we go. I have incense powder on my fingers and I'm noticing it and it's driving me crazy. I keep knocking the little ashes down. So if you notice like a speck on my nails, that's what it is. And it's driving me nuts. And it's literally under my nail bed. It's not dirt, I promise you. It's this incense. Okay, so your Spirit of Rings that comes up, it speaks about endurance. So this relationship is fulfilling. This relationship has all that it needs to get to the next step, to get to the next level. You guys are very much a team who collaborates and communicates, and you understand what the other person needs, and the other person understands what you need, and it's a natural balance and a harmony. You guys work through things as a team, so therefore your relationship is very productive. It has a very long likelihood of lasting. The only thing I would say is that you'll have to be careful when it comes to competitive energy in this relationship, because you both kind of work it like a team. Now, teams are great. Teams are good, okay? I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. But in teams, you always have a captain. And then you have the other people who are trying to get to that space. You know, they're trying to prove like, hey, I'm capable, I'm able. You want to make sure in your relationship that you guys are not so focused on being seen as the stronger of the two, that there's no co-captain. You have a captain and then you have somebody trying to get the captain seat. Make sure that you guys understand, like, hey, we both have a role, and both of our roles are important to the other, and it's necessary to keep this relationship going if we want it to last. But other than that, your card comes up as a thumbs up. Stop overthinking. Stop worrying. This is a relationship that is good. It is built to last. The foundation is there. The interest is there. And more importantly, you both have the same goal when it comes to relationships. You both have the same envision when it comes to love. You're not just dating for fun anymore. You're actually dating for a purpose. It may not even be marriage. I'm not going to jump the gun. It could simply be, hey, I just want to have a lifelong partner. I want to have a commitment. I want to have a sound relationship that means something, and not just another in and out flash pan type of deal. Okay? And that, my lovelies, are your readings today. I hope that these cards resonated with you. If they did, drop me some love below. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash that like button. And more importantly, make sure you turn on your notifications, okay? Follow me over on Instagram at Rising High Priestess. Check me out for readings and oils and crystals and all that good voodoo, hoodoo, mojo, hojo jam at risinghighpriestess.com. All things magical, all things enchanted are over there. I am available for private one-on-one sessions whenever you are ready to have that conversation. All right? You guys have a blessed evening, a blessed day, and more importantly, stay safe. I will talk to you later. Bye.